How to feel better about yourself. Did you know that the most powerful tool for changing your life is right between your ears? Yep, it's that intricate labyrinth called your brain. Today, we're delving deep into 10 transformative ways to feel immeasurably better about yourself. From the subtle art of self-talk to the rhythmic dance of nature, we'll traverse a landscape rich in actionable insights. Curious? Well, let's just say by the end of this video, you'll be armed with tools to craft a life that doesn't just look good, but feels incredible. Number 1. Positive self-talk. Have you ever caught your reflection in the mirror and for a split second felt a twinge of judgment? You're not alone. But here's the secret weapon: positive self-talk. Our brains are malleable, constantly evolving and adapting. When we're exposed to negativity, be it from external sources or our inner critic, our neural pathways get accustomed to such thoughts. Over time, they become the default. But just as river can be redirected, we too can change the course of our thoughts. Instead of focusing on imperfections, let's retrain our brain. Every morning, make it a habit to compliment yourself. Perhaps it's how your hair naturally falls or the way your eyes light up when you're excited. It doesn't have to be appearance-based either. Compliment your tenacity, your kindness, and your problem-solving skills. Over time, this reinforces positive neural pathways, making self-love the default, not the exception. And here's an interesting tidbit. Research has found that positive self-talk can enhance our performance, manage stress, and even boost our overall well-being. Who knew that a simple shift in perspective could be so powerful? Number 2. Avoid the comparison trap. The world of comparison. A world where the grass is seemingly always greener on the other side. With the advent of social media, it's become easier than ever to compare our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. But here's an age-old wisdom nugget for you. Comparison is the thief of joy. It might sound cliche, but there's a profound truth to it. Consider this. Every person you meet is on a unique journey, with distinct challenges, joys, and experiences that shape them. Comparing your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 15 is not only unfair, but also unreasonable. Moreover, a lot of what we see online is curated, filtered, and sometimes even staged. It's a version of reality, not the entirety of it. Here's an exercise to try. For a week, consciously observe your thoughts. Every time you find yourself making a comparison, pause and redirect. Focus on your achievements, no matter how small, and celebrate them. Soon, you'll be on the path to cultivating a mindset that is rooted in self-appreciation and acceptance. Number 3. Set boundaries. Let's talk about setting boundaries, an unsung hero in the quest for self-worth. Often, in our pursuit to please everyone, we stretch ourselves too thin. We say yes when we want to say no, and before we know it, our personal space, time, and energy get encroached upon. Boundaries are essential for self-preservation. They're a mark of self-respect. The first step to setting boundaries is understanding your limits. What makes you uncomfortable? What drains your energy? Once you've identified these, communicate them clearly. Remember, you're not being selfish. It's all about self-care, and there's a big difference. Over time, you'll notice that as you respect your boundaries, others will too. And guess what? The world continues to turn even if we take a step back once in a while. Number 4. Celebrate movement. They say the body is a temple, and rightly so. It's the vessel that allows us to experience the world, to laugh, to dance, and to dream. Taking care of this temple is essential, and exercise is one of the key pillars. Now, before you groan and think of sweat-filled hours at the gym, let's redefine exercise. It's not just about losing weight or building muscles. It's about celebrating what our bodies are capable of. Find an activity that brings you joy. Maybe it's dancing in your living room, taking long nature walks, or trying out yoga. The point is to move in a way that feels good for you. As you do, endorphins, often termed as happy hormones, flood your system, naturally uplifting your mood. So, not only are you nourishing your body, but you're also taking care of your mind. It's a win-win. Number 5. Cultivate gratitude. The power of gratitude is monumental. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to focus on what we don't have, rather than cherishing what we do have. But shifting our perspective and cultivating a sense of gratitude can be transformative for our self-worth. Start a gratitude journal. Every night before bed, jot down 3 things you're thankful for. They could be as simple as a delicious meal, a conversation with a loved one, or even the sound of rain against your window. Over time, this practice rewires our brain to focus on the positives, leading to an enhanced sense of contentment. Number 6. Surround yourself with positivity. As human beings, we're inherently social creatures. We thrive on connections and relationships. Surrounding ourselves ourselves with positive, uplifting individuals can have a significant impact on how we view ourselves and our place in the world. Take a moment to reflect on your circle. Are there people who uplift you, support your dreams, and celebrate your achievements? Or are there those who constantly belittle you, cast shadows of doubt, or exude negativity? It's essential to curate our environment, ensuring that it's conducive to growth and positivity. This doesn't mean cutting ties immediately with anyone who has a different opinion, but it does mean setting boundaries. Remember point number 3, and choosing to prioritize relationships that bring joy, understanding, and mutual respect. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Make sure they reflect the person you aspire to be. Number 7, embrace continuous learning. Exploration and learning are gateways to feeling better about oneself. Remember the exhilaration of mastering something new? Maybe it was riding a bike, playing a musical instrument, or even baking that perfect loaf of bread. The sense of accomplishment we feel when we learn is unmatched. Set aside time regularly to dive into a new skill or hobby. Not only does this expand your horizons, but it also builds resilience and confidence. Every challenge you overcome in the learning process is a testament to your capability and adaptability. So, the next time you feel a dip in your self-worth, remember, you're just one learning experience away from a boost of confidence. Number 8, reconnect with nature. Nature has an innate healing power. It's no wonder that poets, artists, and thinkers have always been inspired by the great outdoors. But did you know that spending time in nature can significantly elevate your self-worth? Walking amidst trees, listening to the chirping of birds, or simply soaking in the sun can have therapeutic effects. Nature has a way of putting our problems into perspective. The vastness of the world around us often reminds us of the transient nature of our worries. The consistent rhythm of the natural world, be it the web and flow of tides or the changing seasons, reinforces the idea that everything has its time and this too shall pass. Number 9, nutritional balance. Ever heard of the saying, you are what you eat? Well, it's not just about physical health. Nutrition plays a pivotal role in our mental well-being as well. Eating a balanced diet filled with nutrients can significantly enhance our mood and energy levels, making us feel better about ourselves. Think about it. When we fuel our bodies right, they, in turn, support our minds. Incorporate foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like fish and walnuts, which are known for their brain-boosting properties. Similarly, whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of fruits and vegetables can keep you energized and optimistic. On the flip side, excessive sugar and processed foods can lead to mood swings and energy crashes. Remember, it's not about being overly strict or following fad diets. It's about balance and treating your body with respect. Number 10, embrace imperfection. Lastly, embrace imperfection. In a world that often demands perfection, recognizing that it's okay to be imperfect can be liberating. Think of the most beautiful old buildings or antiques. They have cracks, chips, and flaws. Yet, it's these imperfections that give them character and make them unique. Similarly, our flaws and imperfections are part of our story. Accepting oneself, warts and all, is a journey, but it's a journey worth undertaking. Instead of dwelling on mistakes or perceived shortcomings, consider them learning opportunities. They shape us, mold us, and most importantly, teach us. The more we accept and love ourselves, the more resilient, confident, and content we become. And there you have it, 10 ways to feel better about yourself. Each one is a step, a tool in crafting a life filled with self-love, respect, and joy. Remember, the journey to self-worth is ongoing, but with the right mindset and tools, it's a path paved with growth, understanding, and infinite potential.